Turn the microphone on as normal. I don't know why my music didn't start. What the hell? Anyways, hello everybody. And I reminded myself I need to send a message to people so that they are aware. Anyway, so done that. Some people ask me, I'm very close to finishing my Discord, so that I'll have a Discord so you get a ping on the Discord when I go live. So it's one of those things that just sometimes just takes time. So anyways, good afternoon. How is everybody? It's a bit quiet at the moment because I just started. I'm on time. That doesn't happen all the time. I'm normally late, but you know, once in a while we get there. So what are we going to do today? Hopefully finish the handle, because that would be really cool. So I did some things offline. I've cut the bit off that we needed to cut off because it was too long. Put a hole in there where it's inside. It will be where the wires go out to go to the soundboard. I drew a larger. Oh, you can't see because of the lights. Can I? You got. Anyway, I drew a larger version of that on the other side. We'll show you when we go on the other side. I received the things I've ordered. So yeah, we're close to getting all the things together. I will still have to wire the buttons to solder the buttons together. I'm still figuring out exactly how I want to do that. But since the breadboard is inside, I can use one of the breadboard wires. Ooh, give me one of the breadboard wires. I just have to check if I have a female version of that, so that, you know, I literally can take them apart. I almost got distracted, but luckily I just grabbed the big box of all my Arduino supplies. So we'll have a look through that later and find out if I have what I need, and if not, then I'll just have to order something. I need to order some things anyway, because if I want to make a smoke machine, like I want to make it for my artillery witch cosplay, but I also want it for the hopefully once I get to the bolter, see if we can, you know, put a little bit of a smoke machine in there. I think we might be able to fit it in, since it has to be upside down. It will fit in where the magazine is, so we'll have a look at that. So yeah, we've got lots of things we need to do. A lot of things that I've been testing out. But yeah, hopefully we get to a spot today where we'll glue the base of the handle to the actual handle. I don't have to worry yet about making the holes here, and we can start looking into how to, you know, put everything together. And then this is the very thin foam that I'll be using, like pretending to be leather. So yeah, there's loads of things we can do. So yeah, what else? We've tested everything out. Oh yeah, we've got the, so when I ordered the foam things, because there's a flat sending fee, I thought I might as well get all the things I need and not order anything more. And order, you know, save on shipping. This is coming from the Netherlands. So I got 2 more bowls, because if I fuck another one up, at least I have another spare, just in case. I had a bit of a play around to see how we can make it look like a a nut or bolt, what do you call it, for the end. See, it's not perfect, but we'll have to figure out how we're going to do that. So, no, it's still on. One of the things that this character has, you can't see it up close, but when we start doing the wig and her face, she has a gnarly scar coming from here all the way, so through her lip, through down, so like a claw mark coming through. It just goes through her lip a little bit and then down. Now, to make scars, I'm using rigid colloidal. So this is a special effects makeup where you use this and put it on your skin, and what it does is just kind of pulls your skin in and makes it look like a scar. And you can do multiple layers to make the scar deeper, but it's really cool stuff. I have this, but I haven't used it probably since before pandemic, and I was like, I don't know if there's like a once opened, don't. Oh yeah, it does. I see here. It says here, once opened, it's 24 months. So after that, you have to throw it away. And since this is something that's going on my skin, especially since it's going on my skin on my face, and I have very sensitive skin, so we'll also see how that goes. I was like, I better get a new one. So, and yeah, it's definitely been open more than 2 years, because last time I think I did any scar makeup was for Halloween 2018. So, long time ago. And also got, like, you need spirit gum remover. So I've also got a little pack with spirit gum remover, spirit gum and spirit gum remover. So spirit gum remover is what removes the rigid colloidal as well. But this is also great for just, you know, if you have a lace front wig, to glue down the edges on the front of your face. Spirit gum is great for that, but you need a remover. And I also got a couple of spare little cones, just in case I fuck up the ones that I have here already. And another thing I got to test out is a new filler, because, you know, the foam clay is great, but it you know, like I said, I have a problem with it being shiny. So I got this Polyprops craft filler. So it's like a resin. It's like, I wish they did it in black, but it'd be white. So I have been playing around with it, and yeah, it's flexible. It's absolutely, like, foam clay will still crack, so I can bend this quite well. And it's not cracking. The only thing I have the same problem, and I don't know if you can see it in the light, but where it's been on the edge, it's slightly shinier than the rest. So this is 2 layers of paint and primer over it, so I'm going to do another one and see if it will slowly disappear. And the other thing I just realized, I don't think I heat sealed this before I did this. So that might be a difference as well. So I have to do another test, but it's not one of the many things that I need to do when I'm doing this. So, but yeah, let's see. Let's see the mess that's my desk. So I have been, like, doing stuff, organizing things, and it's become a mess. So it does. I mean, every Sunday after my Sunday stream and every Thursday after my Wednesday stream, I have to clean up because I'm doing different things here. But yeah, so here's the drawn out skull and tail that's going on. I could not get it to print out larger than I wanted it to be. So I kind of just went around and just drew it. Because, you know, why not? And I do think now, if you put it on here, that is the right. Might be a little bit shorter still, but I think this is a problem of the perspective of how she's holding it, because it's not straight, of course, so it will work. I think that's the right size, kind of, that we were going to put through. So I've got some, what you call it, anti-stick paper for the kitchen, because then I can put this underneath and start playing with foam clay on this instead of going directly on there, and I can, Yeah, if it goes wrong, no, don't worry about it. So, right. Oh, also look. Munich is the place I got it from. Look, it's such a cute sticker. It's a dragon sticker. I like dragons. So yeah. Anyways, distracted as always. Right, I got this one out. So this is the part of the handle. So we have the 4 cones to go on, and we've got our measurement here, so we've got exactly where we want them. So where we put them on here. So we know exactly where they go. So that's another thing we need to do. And let's have a look and see if I can find some wires that would work for here. So because I can start playing around with that. So this is the ultimate starter kit for Arduino. It's got loads of little things in here. So is this... Oh, see, I think this is what I need. On top. I hadn't even opened it because I was like, I was going to open it, and I was like, no, because then you'll be late. I know myself too well. I think these are connectors. Doink, doink, come out. Loving the rainbow. I'm pretty sure. Why do you not? Yeah. So that would be a connector I can use. However, these are way too short. So I have to think about. Let's take one out. Because the buttons are going to sit here. And I can just cut off this part and just strip it and solder it to the button. Because it's needs to go from here to there, and I need to be able to pull it out. Yeah, so this needs to be very long, and then here we need to have a stopper so it doesn't go inside, so not lose it. And then it can just go. When I pull it out, it will pull out. And then when it goes back in, I can just push it back in. And then this is what we can go and connect the button to the breadboard because it's still on the breadboard. Like, where is it? We'll put it in? No, I haven't. This is why I clean my desk, because I always lose everything. Oh, there it is. There you go. So that one can go in there, and it can just literally, because the button goes on, I think 1 and 2. I need to check again what my programming is. I could just plug it in. Oh. That should still work. We have to test that. The only thing what I have to do is that for because I have 2 buttons, one side of the button needs to go to the ground, which is on the other side, and it's only got 1 connector. So I will have to create a single and then connect the 2 together. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. So, but definitely something worth looking into. I need to like a longer one. So, because if this is here, you go in there, and it wires through the side here, and this is where it goes in the inside. Then it goes all the way, so it needs to be here. So that's, so how much distance do I need? Is it this distance? I think that's the distance only. So when I open it, literally here I can disconnect it. Because this can just live here, and then here this one goes inside from there. No, this one needs to be the longer one, because here this one has to be just here is the connector. So I need longer of this. Is this same length? Yeah, it is. Do I have longer ones? I don't think so. I think that's the two lengths that I've got when I bought them. Okay. Is that the longer one? Is that similar? No, that's a similar length. Okay, so I need. So that would work. So yes, there's many things in here. So Arduino Uno in here, resistors. Displays might be interesting. Motors. I don't know what I'm going to use this for. What are you? What are you? What are you? There's thermometers in there. Power module. Oh, that's ultrasonic distance sensor. An ultrasonic distance sensor. Micro servo. I have so many things in here that. What are you? There's so many cool things in here that I really need to play with, but yeah, I haven't had the time yet. I've literally been playing, but we'll keep that out. So what else is in here? A buzzer, the Arduino Uno, as I said. A motor. Buttons, the buttons I have. That's the ones I use. Motion sensor. Oh, a pair of motion sensor. So I could be doing something with that. Even a remote controller. But yeah, so I need longer jumper wires maybe, or shorter, and then make longer male to males. Male to male jumper wires. I think they're the ones I use. Yes, I think that's the ones that I'm using here. Yeah, okay. Right, close this up again. One day I really need to do more Arduino stuff because I absolutely love playing around with that. But yeah, oops, go in. So, you go on the floor. Okay. So, but that's I think is just the solution. Because I needed something that could be broken apart so I can get the handle off. And I have one for the ground, two for the buttons, and I just have to make sure that from the buttons, the ground from the buttons goes into one wire, and I wonder if there's anything that has like these two together into one. I will have to have a look at the website because I need longer. I mean, I can use these. This is just some wire that I bought. I'm not even sure if that's similar thickness, isn't it? I did measure that. Yeah. But that's a solution for this, so that I literally open it up a little bit and then disconnect, and then I can pull it out fully. Because the only time I'm going to need to cut it out fully is when I travel. Other than that, it's going to stay apart together. And this way I can easily just remove the breadboard with the soundboard. And there's enough space there to go to the ground. I can figure out where the ground is. The ground is somewhere over here, because I know that's where I had to solder this part on. Did I solder greatly? No, it's not a brilliant job, but yeah, that would work. I just have to remember if I put them on one. Hey JR! Good afternoon! I have to remember where I put the sound of the buttons, whether I put it on 1 and 2, or whether I put it on 0 and 1. I think I put it on 1 and 2. We have a potential solution, JR, for the wires for the button. Because I was thinking, since I've decided to use the breadboard as the base, so I can take it in and out easily. Hi Kiki! Welcome to the stream. So I needed to have a way of disconnecting the buttons, because so that the wires stay within the handle. No, no, you, Jason, File, you all made valid suggestions, so it's been really great to see. But it was because I made a change. Like before, I wasn't going to use the breadboard to put the soundboard in. I was just going to have the board inside. But now I realize that it's so much easier to have this, because it literally, with the magnet that we did, it's in there and it's not going to go out. But I went and dug through my box of Arduino things. So I have a big box of Arduino things. There's all kinds of cool stuff in here. Motion sensors, joysticks, motors, displays. I just bought a whole starter kit. It's got an Uno in there, but we don't need an Uno for here. Maybe for the bolter, but yeah. And I thought about it, and I thought, hang on a sec. I'm sure there's some female to male thing. So normally the cables are male to male because you stick them in the breadboard. But actually, in my little stack of Arduino things, I actually have extension leads, and they're male to female. So one of the things I did while I've been off stream is like I cut the end off that we needed, and I melted a hole in the plastic so where the wires go out. So with these, I can literally stick them on the breadboard, because you know it's not going to move once it's closed, and then just have the wire for the other side to go in here. Here we go. And once I get it to this stage of opening, I can literally go plonk, and then pull out the everything completely. So I'm like, yeah, that works. Now I just need to figure out, because I can just cut off this middle part and then solder it to the button. Where's the button? Oh god, it's gone loose. Oh no! These freaking things are so small. Where are you? Here you are. I have 2 of them somewhere. Right. Oh yeah. I've got a few. I bought a few buttons just in case I fuck some up. Where are we? So this tiny button. It's just so nice to click. So I think I'm going to solder just to legs. Yeah, they're like finger for scale. So I think I am going to solder, because I don't think there's any other way, the wires to the button. So the button's going to sit within the wrapping here. And I'm thinking of folding the legs over and then soldering it. So they will stay there. And then have a wire running from the button through the holes out of here, and have here the one being extra long, so that when I pull it out, so when it's in and I pull it out so I get to the open thing, that this is going to stay outside, and then when I close it again, it just stays there. So it has some playroom. And then just literally be able to, as soon as I see it, just go here and have the 2 connect. So it's like tiny little. So that's the only thing I have to think about, is both buttons have a ground. So I have to wire. Oh, we need to solder the ground to the buttons, and then turn the 2 ground wires into one, and then one going out. I'm pretty sure that's not a problem. I will have to quickly check, make sure I don't need to. Is my music stopped, or is it just taking time? It's taking time. I'm pretty sure I have to check, make sure that I don't need any resistors. But I'm literally then can have one wire go in, and then have the same male female on the end where the ground button is, and work from there. So I do think that's working. Sweet. So we have a solution for this now. I don't have to buy anything. I have them. No. I have to buy something that's. These need to be longer. So this. Or maybe have shorter ones of these, because they don't have to be that long. They can be to there. About half the size. I will have a look. I mean, it is. You can see the box where I bought it from is from Butland. But I will have a go and a play and have a look at what's available. But for now, we put those there so we know which ones they are. So I know as well, I can use colours, so I know which one's button 1 and which one is button number 2. So that, I don't disconnect them wrongly. And that's from Kamami. There's 2 good suppliers here in Poland for electronical stuff, Arduino stuff. So one doesn't have it, the other will have it. So yeah, so let's put you all there. Got my things. Right, have another. Oh, don't lose the button. freaking button is so tiny. But yeah, so literally I'm going to use this thin foam and wrap it around a couple of times. So it makes it look like a leather wrapped handle. I mean, I'm not sure if it looks like a leather. No. I think it looks a bit like it's wrapped leather. It does, doesn't it? And it looks like it's a similar color as her gloves. Huh. We will have to think about that when we start painting it. But yeah, that's kind of the plan for today, is to glue the handle together, glue the spikes on top, on the handle. I need to cut this around, and then we're going to have to try and get these balls into bolt or nut type shapes. This one is not. This was a good try, but not all the sides are the same, I think. The sides need to be 2.5 centimeters. Well, it's close. I mean, we could just call it, I don't know, where? But yeah, so we have to cut that up, sew this together, glue this together, make some strips so we can make the handle. So yeah, we've got loads of shit to do today. Oh. And also, I am thinking, that it's going to be time for me to glue in the handle so that it's permanently now attached, because now that that hole is in there, although, no, because I can't reach that hole once the wire's in. I have to find, because I'm thinking now, if I pull it out, because of how tight it is, I can't have anything on the outside, otherwise I can't pull it through. Question. Grab a magnet. How easy is it to pull? Oh, that might work. Do I need to make this hole bigger? I might have to. That might have to be bigger. But I'm wondering, because how am I going to get it through to put it in? Where's my magnet gone? Oh, god damn it. Brain. So that would work. Well, but that hole needs to be bigger. I must be able to, as well, be able to pull something out, don't I? Oh. Yeah, that might, yeah, we'll have to figure something out. Because we have to make that hole big enough too. So we're not going to glue that one in yet. But let's make the handle. Right. Now, one of the things that, let me put that magnet back before I lose it. I'm also planning on ordering some more magnets. So for the artillery bridge mask, I'm thinking of getting 6x5 so that they're longer, so that when I put them in, they're strong but not like large. So for some reason I've only ordered 2mm thickness, and I assume by what we did with doubling them up, the thicker they are, the more stronger they are. So we all seen the problems I have with trying to glue things together. So one of the things I need is a piece that goes here. Can you stand for a sec? Stand like that. So I was thinking it needs to be 4x5.5, but it have a thicker piece for a thinner piece. Let's put that picture back up. If I press the right button. Optically, that might work. Literally is 2mm difference between the two. I think the 5mm. Okay. Also, one side, if I can just cut it on an angle. Now, we all know that I am really terrible at that, but what is it? 4x5.5. So just 5.5. Almost. That's a straight line, and that's a straight line. Right, let's do that. Now, I need to cut it. So let's make 5.5 long first. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. So on that line, make sure that's there we go. And that's the right length, hopefully. Any overhang, I will cut it off. Now this needs to be at an angle. So 45 degree. Oh, I hate doing that. 45 degree angle this way. Let me see. I think that's the one. maybe all the lines will help me actually cut straight. Alright, and give that a sand. That does it. Excellent. There's still some that will need filling, but that's fine. So now we need to make sure it's the right length. So you go there. Let's see. Sure, I don't cut it too short because that will be really annoying. Where did I put the handle? Oh, there. This is... Have I made a mistake here? Oh yes, yes, I have made a mistake. This way around. I was getting confused there for a sec. Yes. So yes. So let's put this on a line. Make sure it's straight. Go. Now this should go here. Yes, and then you start here. Okay, right, let's glue that on. It's very quiet today. I don't know if there's anything happening in the world at the moment. Ah, because of the filament. That's why I couldn't find it. Alright, let's see. Where that's red markers. Yeah. You can dry that. Okay. No, it's PAX East. I don't know if people are. That's where people are at the moment. Right. And let's let dry. And as we learned from last week, we just need to let it dry a little bit longer. Let's put the lid on. Actually, no, because I actually need to do some more. I need to start gluing this part together as well, don't I? That's. Where's my. Yeah. You go on there. Just gonna make the sides a little bit. Well, we'll wait for the glue to dry. So it depends on what we're looking for. Is this shiny? Is to go matte? Then we can put it together. So many little. Don't know if it's the foam or it's just so many. Oh, I just realised that. That better? Yeah. Got a lot of fuzzies on this foam. So I guess we'll put this one on top because this one is the nicer one. Okay, let's mark that. Okay. Can I just get you to smooth out for a second? I mean, you can always blame battle damage. Make everything battle damage! So that's the top. Okay. Okay. We'll have to... see if that works. Battle damage everything! Right, so you go here. Now, I need to mark on this one where the little cones are going to go. First things first, we need the middle. Why does this not look straight? Because it's not. Ah! So annoying when things are like... Sure, I made it. These are definitely straight. Yeah, but this one is not. And this is why you have a cutting mat with lines. Looks like there's like a little curve here. Hello. How are you doing? Still not fully dry? Okay. It's a tiny, tiny bit, but let's just straighten that out. I think the biggest problem I have, especially with 10mm foam, is cutting straight down. That's a little bit better. Alright. It's got a tiny bit of a bump there. It's can't because it's so little bit. getting there. Anyways, can we put these together yet? I think it's good enough. There we go. Got a little bit of extra, but it's like, I thought easier to do this than to try and cut it off. There we go. Alright, I'll have to make that smooth. This one goes here. No, it's pretty straight. For surprise, surprise for me. So, okay, so that one goes there, there, and then there we go. You go here, you go in the end. Okay. Now we have to mark where we're going to put these cones. Right, so hang on. To make sure that I've got the right lines, I need the middle. It's 5, so 2.5, 2.5. Okay, in the middle. So make sure again. Right, so there, And that is just under 11. Right. And this one is on 15. Good. I did that reasonably, alright? So, where are my foamy foams? So, now we marked out where these go. So that one is a bit of a missed point, so that's... That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I should make these lines just so I just really know for sure. Okay. Damn it. I really annoy myself sometimes when I start doing things. Hi Negatron! It's good afternoon here. It's good morning to you. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, that's early for a Saturday. So I really appreciate you joining the stream. I was saying before, it's like, it's been really, really quiet today. It's like... My alarm is normally set for 7:30, so... However, today, it's been so dark and rainy. Oh, cool! Yeah, the little, like, beads type things. Nice. Yeah, this morning I woke up later than normal because it's been so dark. I've got long sleeves on again. The weather has gone from like 25 degrees to like 13 degrees. It's yeah. So one of my dream things to get is a. The main one I really would like to get is a resin printer. But yeah, just to have a 3D printer would be so nice. I just have no space at the moment. That's why I use this green screen, because behind me it's a mess. Right, let's see if I can put them on correctly. Right. Oh, I've missed some. So one, two, three, four. Ah, yes. Yes, there's very specific with that because that's what the projector uses. So yeah. Yeah. These days they've gone down in price so much that it's it's getting to the stage where it's actually worth buying them. Yeah, so I still have. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, because it's yeah, plastic and alcohol don't go together. Yeah. Yeah. But depending on which one it is, that you should be able to buy spares, because the one thing that will happen on these things is they are they need to be able to be replaced because they will get damaged or yeah, exactly. Because they're a how you call it, consumable. The trays are consumable. They're not going to last the life of the printer. You will have to replace them once in a while. Unless you're in the US, then it probably costs more these days. What the fuck is this song? Give me a sec. Oh, that's better. For a minute, I was like, my brain. Oh, okay. Yeah. They're just somewhere in a box. Right. Yeah. Believe me, we're following. Because, sadly enough, it affects us as well. It affects everybody in the world because of, being the superpower, which at the moment is a bit. But yeah. What's the latest stunt? The head of the medical thing being someone that doesn't even have their license to practice medicine. But yeah, I have a lot of friends in America, so yeah, it's. It just, I just don't get it. I just don't understand. the whole cult. I just, yeah, I know. It's just baffling. It's just, so here in Poland we do have a very important election today, this year. Yeah, exactly. So here in Poland, 2 years ago, we had an election for the government. So here in, yeah, we were talking about the Orange Man. Megatron is, sadly enough affected by that. So here in Poland, so you have the election for the government and the prime minister 1 year. And the president election is 2 years set off from that. So it's really weird how that's here in Poland. So they vote for a president at a different time, then they vote for the government and the prime minister. So it's a really weird, in my opinion, weird way. I can't vote here because I'm not Polish. So 2 years ago they voted out the conservative government. I always wonder if somebody's paying attention to what Poland did and applied that in America. Because here they kind of made changes to the law to allow them to remove Supreme Court justices and appoint more conservative Supreme Court justices. So they did that before this election happened. This happened 2022. So then they went to the, except for like people like AOC and what's it called again? Jasmine Crockett? I think it's Jasmine Crockett. There's a few who've been outspoken, but there's so many that have been very. There's been Democrats that voted yay to some of the people like Pete Hegseth. So this was before. So this. I always have to laugh. In Poland, the Conservative Party is PIS, piss. Yeah, exactly. It's like, are you a Democrat or are you just hiding something? So by doing that, they went to the Supreme Court justice and said, our Constitution says we protect all life. So they wanted them to approve a total abortion ban, and that's what happened about 4 years ago. A total abortion ban in this country, and because it's a very Catholic country and problems with religion here, the government have tried to add more religion into schools, even though just like America there is a separation of church and state, but they added like optional religious courses, optional. But there's a lot more indoctrination, takeover of the government, the state, radio and TV, and there was a lot of like hatreds spoused on that. I don't watch TV here because I don't speak Polish. And so when they did that and then banned abortion is when the uprising started. We had the women's strike, Strajk Kobieta, and not just women but also men, but there was a massive wave of exactly. They won't be without their kiełbasa, which is sausage here in Poland. So there was a massive wave of protests, and although nationalism is on the rise, it's always been quite strong here in Poland. That even annoyed the religious people that were like, no, we shouldn't decide for other people I may believe that abortion is not right, but we shouldn't be able to tell other people to do based on our religion. So when 2 years ago, when the general election happened, it massively swifted to the center. So they had a massive swift, and we have a more centric coalition. So there's a coalition government at the moment, together with a more center left and a center right party. So this year there's president election. And the problem is that the previous president, although supposedly independent, was a buddy of PIS, the PIS, the old party. So he vetoed any changes that the government were trying to do. So this year, I hope and pray that they will elect Ravel Jefferkowski. I can never get out of his last name. He is the Warsaw mayor, and he's done a lot of good in Warsaw. Probably people say he's done bad things. Sure, probably. I don't know. But he is more aligned with the coalition. So when he gets in, they finally can get in and start working out all the problems that they've had. So fingers crossed, here in Poland it's going the right direction, because I seem to see everywhere in Europe, including UK and the Netherlands, shift to the right. And I really like... My parents were born in during World War II. I grew up on hearing the stories from my grandparents. So, yeah, Russia is a big problem. I live about 4.5-5 hours drive from the Ukrainian border. Now, I'm ex-army. So if I have to, I will pick up guns. I have no problem with that. But I'd rather not. I'd rather not. Yeah, I'm very close to the Ukrainian border. When the invasion happened, the invasion of Ukraine happened, the amount of Ukrainian refugees that we received here in Warsaw were massive. I still think there's about 5 to 6 million Ukrainian people spread out over Poland since the war have started. So the influx of people. Yeah. Yeah, Poland is really investing in the border with Belarus, because the border with Belarus is a problem, because Belarus is a, buddy with Putin. So yeah, it's yeah, I saw that, and it's like, yeah. The thing is, like, due process is for everybody, because how can you tell if someone is illegal or a criminal without an actual process that confirms that they are? Because if illegals, which they're not, because they actually have helped US citizens, people with a US citizen, like born in the US, in these centers. Exactly. And I said this when I came to Poland, because Poland is very, very white. And it sounds really weird, but from someone that lived in the UK, that lived in the Netherlands, this country is very, very white. And although I look the way I look, and with my tattoos and everything, I am still, on the outside of what people consider acceptable here. Not in Warsaw, but if I go to the east of Poland, I will get that. I'm white. And I have white privilege here. I have white privilege here. And when I said this to my ex, and he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, we're white. We're foreign, but we're white foreign. And at the moment, it's like, they're stopping Native Americans. The actual Americans. It's like, I can go on and on for this, because this is why I said, and it's like, I would have loved to come to the US. So I have a small business that I'm starting up, that I'm trying to start up, because money is a problem. That is for romance authors and readers. And I have an app that I'm working on. And I was planning on coming to the US to go to some of the bigger book cons to do promotional work there, so to have a stand and have promote Sigora. As soon as this happened, I was like, no, not a chance. TSA will take one look at me, at my tattoos, my purple hair, and they'll go like, let's stop you. Because how come you're in Poland but you're Dutch? You have a Dutch passport and a Polish driving license. I bet they have no understanding of how Europe works. I'm not taking that risk. So, if I go to North America, I might go to Canada. But I won't be coming to the US. And it's sad. It's sad. And I believe I'm not the only one, because I believe you've got a tourism problem at the moment. Anyways. So yeah. But it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, that as well. So in July I'm going to London for a book event. It's called Romance Author and Reader Event. And there's a lot of American authors. Yeah. And we've actually had quite a lot of US authors cancel because they said they don't want to risk international travel. One of them literally said on their post cancelling on the attendee Facebook group and said, I am of Mexican descent. Yes, I have a US passport, but I have a Mexican last name. I am not white. I cannot risk flying out and flying back and being stopped. And it's like, I totally get it. So many authors said, I don't dare traveling, because authors in principle are pretty, politically active, because, reading is political. And they said, I can't risk it. I can't risk going out and coming back and having a problem coming back in. And I totally get it. But anyways, my ADHD dented. Yeah, I've heard that. In general, like places like Florida, California, all the tourists, even New York has noticed it. And, people say, oh, why don't you just go to a blue state? There's no guarantee. We all see what they're doing to Luigi Mangione in New York. Yeah, I mean, the percentage of America, but I was surprised when I found out is the percentage of Americans that don't have a passport. And I get it. I mean, you can your country's big enough to go within the country to go on holiday. I've been to several places. I've been to Orlando. I've been to Kansas City in Kansas. Some people say there's no Kansas City in Kansas, but there is a Kansas City in Kansas. I've been to New York and Boston, and to New York State. So I was up. It's called Rome, which I always find funny. I was in Rome, New York State, and I've been to Portland, Oregon a couple of times because I had a boyfriend back then. We're going 25 years back, but yeah. So I've been to quite a lot of places. I mean, first time I went to the US. It was in 98, so I always find it funny when yay! I always find it funny because as soon as people find out that I'm Dutch, They always go on about, there's always someone that goes, oh, I have Dutch relatives. And if you have an ad, I apologize. If you don't have an ad, you're probably a subscriber. Or you just didn't get one. Well, I think I've made enough marks now to finally glue these on. Actually, I should be able to do it this way. That one's right. I just hope you guys, I mean, I just hope you guys really don't turn into a Russian state. Because that's... But I've always, although I'm pretty sure there's people. Go away, spammer! I don't want stream boo. Yeah. Don't get a chance. It's always the same one at the moment. I'm surprised they haven't given up yet. I like the one thing I just don't get is the slavish dedication to him. I just don't get it. I really don't. There was an interview with an Argentinian couple whose son was arrested by ICE and looks like he might be getting deported because he had some minor misdemeanor. And they're like, well, we voted for Trump. We didn't think he was going to do this. It's like, well, lepers and eating your face. Yeah. Funny thing is, the interview was also in Spanish. I don't know if they speak English, but it was quite funny. Obvious. It's just, yeah. It's like... Anyways. Oh yeah. Not to mention the way you can buy Trump meme coins, get an invitation into the White House. Yeah. Well, he hasn't lowered the price of eggs, has he? Anyways, I was going to ask. Is the head the only thing you still have to do for the Predator outfit? Or have you got the rest done yet? Oh yeah. And don't worry about bird flu. It's not like cool. Yeah, the amount of things I want to do with the box of Arduino stuff I got. Nice. I know PAX PAX. Oh, going to the UK. Oh, cool. It's a commission. Ah. Right. I hope I've done this right. I think so. Right. Oh. Just waiting for this to dry so we can put that on. Anything I can do in the meantime? Oh, I need to draw this out, don't I? So 2.5, so this is the middle. Ah, that is handy. Huh. I think I've seen someone do that. Something similar for Twi'lek from Star Wars. You know, the ones with the tails, like oh, what's he called again? Oh God. Akosha. So right. Waggly tentacle things. Oh God, yeah. Talking about America, Predator was a movie that was people don't realize this a lot. It was a commentary on the Vietnam War. So it was a critical one for that. It's critical about it. Yeah. Oh yeah. I watched a panel with the Stormtrooper actors. On it's on YouTube. It's on Popverse, which was from C2E2. Because I watched some of that stuff because of the cosplay competition, the Crown cosplay competition, and just Denise Richards was there. The guy who played Rico, and a couple of other guy. The girl that played Dizzy, and apparently when that movie come out, people thought it was promoting Nazism, and I was like, I guess because Paul Verhoeven, the director, is Dutch. And it's like, some people don't get satire, do they? Right, I think that's about right. That's about equal. Right, can I put these back on yet? Have you dried enough? No worries, they need walking. You don't want to risk that. I think I can put this one up. Right, so... Ah, yes. Yeah, I cheated. I've got the metal ones that I once bought a long time ago. Right, so we're finally getting to the point of adding this light. Here, come on. Already? Hang on a second. We've not even been 2 hours now. I need to speak to the people who created these headsets. So I'm not happy. Right. We have spikes. Yep. Let those dry for a little bit. Right, put you in here. We can always reuse. Never know when you're going to need a foam cone. Right. And this is why we have my drink is see-through. Right. We've got those. We need to sand these down. Right. get these smooth so it makes it look like it wasn't hacked to bits like I did. Ah, it's not. Yeah, that's better. Just a tiny bit that was just off. I don't want the Adeptus Mechanicus to be angry at me. Like, what the hell is this? Right. This side is not that important because this is where the little ball will sit. Right, so now one of the things I saw was just to put something in front here because it looks like it's got something there. Now I just grabbed some more things. No. That's smaller. Am I going to make like a circle here? That's probably why it looks off, because the center is slightly off. Okay. It's not perfectly in the middle, this. Okay. Let's So literally, I've been live less than 2 hours, and one of my headset's gone off. Makes no sense. God, I need to. I'm not spend that much money on these headsets, and then for them to not last. I mean, you guys still have music because, you know. Right, let's. But I have to now go. Hang on, when did I go live? 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Anyway, let's hope I manage an hour without music. Right, that's starting to get to a side. Oh. Right. Now, it does look like it's got like some sort of washer here. But it can't be that much, can't be wider than that. So what? Okay, what size we're going to make it? So right there. So what? 3.5 centimeters? I think 3.5 centimeters would do. Right. So 3.5 centimeters is there. What's the 3.5? 175. So that's the center. So that's gonna get cut out anyway. So 175, didn't I say? Yes. And 175. And so that doesn't make a circle. I know, it's just Hendrik's not here because all I can hear him say is protractor. Actually, I have something that might work. Hang on a second. Don't know if it's what the smallest diameter is that we can do. Hang on a second. Is it in here? It is. I think it is. Oh. So what's the smallest centimeter you can do? 10. That's no use. That doesn't cut. So this is a hole cutter I bought. I saw it in the action and I was like, yeah, that might come in handy. But the smallest circle it can make is 10 centimeters. Sorry, is it 10 centimeters? 10 millimeters? Yeah, 10 centimeters. That's I need a smaller one. So that's useless. I need something that can do at least a centimeter. Or 3.5 centimeters, just like I said. So yeah, so that circle is Can I draw a circle? God damn it. Do I have any circles on here? Yeah, but they're not big enough. God damn it. No, never mind. Let's see if I can make it into a circle. Right, let's see. Almost a circle. I need to sharpen my blades, I think. Let's see. Well, circular. It's not a perfect circle, that's for sure. Henry! Well, I was here. I didn't see any of you online all day. Look, spikes. Yes. And we have balls. I'm just trying to sand this to become some sort of circle. So oh, there's an ad break. I apologize. You might get an ad. That's terrible. That I just made it worse. God damn it. I just made it worse. Right, I think everybody's back. If you had an ad, I apologise. I'm trying to make a circle. And without a proper round circle cutter, this is problematic. Doggy's happy. If there's one thing I can recommend to anybody is get a cordless glue gun. I have one and I love it. It's still not getting to be actually circular. We're gonna have a circle left. Mine has a stand as well because it kind of charges via the stand, or you can charge it via the wire. But when mine died, and so here in Europe you've got Lidl, and Lidl has tools. I'll show you my favorite one. So Parkside is their brand of tools. And I was browsing the tools. Every time I go into Lidl, I browse the tools to see if there's anything interesting. And they had this cordless one. I was like, this is a sign. Now, this is my favorite. So it's an electric screwdriver. You charge it via USB-C. The best thing, though, is, and this is my problem, I always lose the freaking bits. But with this one, ta-da! The bits are inside. I absolutely freaking love that. So all the different bits are inside, so I don't even have to find them or like look at them. And they're like, next. I absolutely love this one. This is my favorite tool that I have. So yeah. They also have their version of a Dremel. I have their Dremel version. So yeah, absolutely love that. It came with a holster. You can put it in a holster and like so yeah. So absolutely love that one. Is it circular enough? Can I get away with this? Yeah, I mean, there's quite a lot of really cool stuff here. But yeah, God damn it. Just, I wish I had a garage. If I had a garage, I'd be not so stuck into this. Maybe one day I'll be able to sell this house and buy a house with a garage and have like the garage to be my workroom. Because fuck putting a car in it. A car can stay outside. Then again, I would be able to buy a motorbike again. The house prices in this area has gone up because, yeah. Yeah. Right. Now. Yeah, that makes right. So now I need to poke a hole about there. But then I need to make lines. Ah, that's not the middle. God damn it. Something like that. Yeah, I think a lot of in Europe in general, although there's a big cosplay community over in America, I think here in Europe there's a big crafting community, and that's both woodworking but also traditional crafts. So I think there is more, but also there is a lot more emphasis on protection. So the laws and things like that are a lot more stricter over here. So even as a hobbyist, there is more available because there is such a emphasis on making sure you're not dying when doing your hobby. So yeah, exactly. And it's like not to mention that orange baboon again, but they're like complaining that we don't want their chicken. Like, yeah, we don't want your chicken that's injected with stuff that we that's banned here. I mean, we've got a massive amount of regulations for food and for general stuff. So yeah, that's why I think there's more availability of these kind of systems, because there is more of a market to it. Listen, there's already a big thing about the fact that the Dutch, because a lot of chicken comes from the Netherlands in Europe, the Dutch they inject water into the chicken, after it, not while the chicken is alive, but I mean, that supposedly they add water, so to make the chicken heavier, so they can sell more, to get more money. So you know. Right. Oh. Right, okay. So this hole is still too small. But yeah. I don't know if it's true. It's just that I know that people are talking about that sometimes. Yeah, that fits. Alright, so let's glue you on. So now it's got like a little area. It does look like she's got something like that in the bottom. It doesn't look like it's bigger. Just looking at it now, it looks like it's too small. That it's more to the sides. Like this size. They add red coloring? What? That's insane. That is truly insane. The thing is, if it gets brown, it means that it's been out too long. Okay. Oh my. Right, let's try this again. I think I need a bigger one. So, let me see. I remember, so one of my exes, and we're going back a long time. This is pre-2000, so yeah, long time ago, 25 plus years ago. He came to the Netherlands to live with me, and in the Netherlands, guess what? We have free healthcare. So even though he just came to the Netherlands, and he still was inside the program to allow him to stay within the Netherlands, so getting Dutch lessons and understanding Dutch culture and all that sort of stuff. He had some issues with his stomach, so, took him to the hospital, made appointments for him, because I was the guardian. I signed it for him. And he got, all kinds of things, and he was so worried that it would cost a lot of money, and it's like, no, it's free. He's like, what do you mean? It's like, I pay taxes. With those taxes, I save up for my pension, but also it means I can go see a doctor. So yeah, right. Is this might be better. Just gonna see if I can cut this with scissors. I think I can be a lot more. Yeah. It's insane. It truly is insane. Although in Spain you won't get free healthcare, you have to live and have a tax code in Spain. But if you go privately, as they call it, it's most countries. You can come here and get private healthcare. Here in Poland, there's a lot of people that come here for dental healthcare, because even by paying for the healthcare, it's still cheaper than even if you go privately here. It's still a lot cheaper than in the US. So here in Poland, because I work for an international company, it's a Polish company, but they're international, and so they have, yeah, exactly. So because they have a lot of staff that speak other languages but not Polish, they have a really good private healthcare package, because how else are they going to attract these people. And the private healthcare, there's more chance of someone speaking English. So I can select on language. You can select Russian, German, English. But even if you go private, if you need to pay for it, the cost is not massive. So if anything's not covered by my medical insurance, I still, can pay for it. So if I wasn't working, I would have the normal public healthcare here. And although, it's not as good as the private healthcare because there's longer waiting lines, it still, doesn't cost me anything. My medication sometimes costs me money. Some other medication, because it's not 100% covered. But I had deep vein thrombosis, so I had a blood clot in my leg once. And I needed to inject myself with the anti-clot stuff. And after the 10 days of the injections, I could switch. Yeah. So after the first 10 days, I could switch to either continue with the injections or switch to an oral medication. And they were like, well, the oral medication is more expensive. The oral medication for 1 month was 60 zloty. 60 zloty is about £12. $12, £12, €12. Because everything is around the same price these days. I know it's ridiculous that people go bankrupt for medical debt. You won't find that here. So I'm trying to just sand down these. Still not a perfect circle, because, can't do straight lines, can't do circles. Can just bend. Right. I wish I could have gone a lot further today, but I've been really chatty today, I guess. Right, is that better? Does this fit better? Yes. Yes, it does. I think that looks better. Right. Okay. It's still not a perfect circle. I guess we'll have to just... It's rickety because of use. Yeah, it's not perfect circle anymore because of use. Let's keep it to that. Come on, there's one peak here. Yeah, it's not too bad. Might not win the Crown Championship, but... Here we go. Right. Put the hole back in. it's about there. I really need to sharpen these. Oh, it's not the center. God damn it. I'll have to pretend that it's the center. Or that it was... on purpose. You go up there. But just make sure it's in the middle. Make sure it goes through this. Stretch it out. Sounded wrong. Right. Let's glue you on, and then we can glue these side bits together. Right. Okay. Hopefully. Okay, and this side. Yes, I should wear gloves. I absolutely should be wearing gloves. But, you know. And let's put this and this together. Hang on. On top or not? Oh, fuck. I don't know now. Damn it! You go here. You go here. Yes, no, to this. It's not on top, it's on to the side. God damn it! That's the top. That's... God! Well, of course. If you didn't make mistakes, are you human? I guess. Right. You sit there, you sit there. Yeah, we do. You mean the ones that have this? Oh, let me show you. We don't use them a lot, but the ones we do have, they have a specific connector. Let me make sure that's the same as... This is my box of Arduino stuff. And I know I've got a battery connector in there with 9 volts. So as long as it's got that connector, can you see that? A small one, and yeah. I really need to do some more with the... There's things in here that I'm sure I can use for some cosplays. But like a fan. Yeah, we do have them. Yeah. Was the Arduino Uno? I haven't used it yet, but. And what are you? A micro servo. Some big cables. Some more things. I don't know what half these things are. Oh, LED lights. And there's a controller. But yeah, I bought. Oh, I need to look into how to, if I can use one of these. Oh yeah, a pure sensor. So I bought a little controller. So yeah, I bought a whole box full of stuff. I don't really use stuff out of it, of course, but I've not used 9-volt yet. I use a rechargeable thingies. These lithium batteries, rechargeable ones. Ah, typical. Oh, just dropped. Where we go? God damn it, where did my button go? I think everybody's back. Is everybody back? And here I am searching for the little freaking button that I just dropped in here. Ah, no, that's not it. Damn it. Where did he go? Yeah, so I use these lithium batteries to charge the soundboard. But yeah, this is one of the buttons. The camera can focus. I have two of these buttons that are going on the handle. They're freaking... Yeah, rechargeable. Yeah. Also the... the soundboard. It can also run on. I installed a mod that I can even install the USB-C. This is a 1200 micro 3.7 volt. So it's if you need bigger, then I'm sure they're available. It's just for the soundboard, you don't need that much. Right, so let's try. Yep, put that on. Yeah. Yeah, and every country has quite, sometimes people have different direct ways. Like, I might be sewing a different way, because sewing is one of my main crafts. And somebody might be doing it slightly different, and it's like, yeah. Right, now comes the scary part of putting these on. Make sure I do it straight. There we go. Now I have to clean this up because, Oh no! Shit! Shitty shit! Wrong way around. Fuck! I almost made it to the spikes were on the inside. It needs to be this way around. Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh. Now it doesn't glue again anymore, of course. Oh, for God's sakes! Today has been a day. It truly has been. Oh, for God's sakes. Oh. Get the cheap. Oh. Guess it's just. Right. Get the acetone out. And the cheap cotton buds, Q-tips, whatever you want to call them in your country. I could cut another piece, or I could just, clean them. First I put it on the wrong side. Then I freaking do it the wrong way around. Wow. Can you please just... Ah! Yep. Yep. It's just... At least I'm glad. I saw this from Himbo, his bundo, about using acetone to remove glue. So I'm glad. I need to get the good acetone instead of this nail polish remover, but. So I've before the pandemic, I used to have a little Etsy shop selling lycra clothing, like hot pants and tops, crop tops and stuff like that, in shiny lycra. And I can make custom stuff because the patterns are mine. I can change if people want to have a leotard with a different sized top to a different sized bottom. I can make that. I got an order once for that, so like different top, different bottom, and I went to cut it out wrong way around, didn't I? I still have it here somewhere lying down going, yeah, this is this top and this side. I'm never going to find someone that has those measurements. So it's gone into my scrap pile, but right, that one's clean. I'll clean the other side. It's PAX East this weekend, isn't it? I think so. I think I saw Himbo saying that they were going to PAX East. And here I am fixing my mistakes. This is the one thing of streaming. I mean, if I watch quite a few YouTubers that do cosplays or sewing, and there's only a few that leave in their mistakes and their thought process. A lot of them make very, they don't show the mistakes, or when they have to redo something. Like I said, this is my third iteration. All my different iterations are on my YouTube channel. Although I don't think the first one is, because I think I made that before I started streaming. Okay. Hide your crimes. Yeah, that's a good one. Yep. Or like I always say, battle damage. Yeah. And also I think, and I've got this problem, I think you are more critical of your own work because you see the mistake, you know about the mistakes, but somebody else might see it and go, I had someone come in the stream, someone new, I can't remember who it was, and said, oh, your lines are so clean, and I'm like, really? I can't make a straight line to save my life. That's why I want to have a bandsaw. But their perception was different. Yep. Even now I'm like looking at it going, it's off, and it's like it's just slightly off, and it's like, yeah. Right. Fucking hell. So while I have this out, I might as well clean the glue around the little cones. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't think I'll ever get to the stage of making this kind of stuff for other people because, you know, I do too many other things. But, yeah. I mean, I could sew for people. I'm pretty sure I made a Galadriel dress from Lord of the Rings once for someone. Was it my best work? No. No, this was done in, oh god, 2017? And I charged them mainly for the fabric. But my seams were horrendous. Still to this day, this annoys me. But I had a really, really short period of time to do stuff. What's Twitch doing? Oh, yeah, monetization, yeah. I mean, I literally have maybe... I have around... I have 4 regular subscribers. And a year ago... Well, no, just over a year ago. Because JR has been a member for more than a year. I didn't have that. I literally had streamed a whole year and I didn't even reach $50. Because... the ad revenue is nothing. Unless you're a big streamer and you have like 50 plus people viewing maybe. Because I noticed when I've been rated and I have more than 10 people in my stream, I noticed the ad revenue going up. But if I reach 30 dollar cents on one stream on my ad revenue, that's it. That's high. But there's streamers out there that have like thousands of subscribers and it's like, yeah, but that won't happen for this. Yeah. For me, the reason I started, well, I started streaming because people asked me, because they wanted to see my process. But also for me, as someone that's on the spectrum, and lately people are talking about, like, I probably have ADHD as well. Somebody said that to me. And now I'm thinking, yeah, probably. The regularity of knowing I need to stream makes me continue. Because I may have completely scrapped this project if it wasn't for streaming. It's the people that are here, and this is also the reason why I started my artillery witch cosplay. I needed to do something else because I've been doing this for so long. I needed something new to get my brain going again. So yeah, exactly. I mean, it's sad that makers and creators don't attract the masses that gamers do. But again, it's another thing of the cult of personality. Because some very toxic streamers are apparently very popular, and I'm like, eh. But yeah, so lately I've had a few people that are subscribed, and that really, my latest payout paid for half my fabric cost that I'd spent on Artillery Witch. And I have to buy more fabric. I keep forgetting that I need to buy more fabric because I had to send some fabric back. Freaking hole in the middle of the fabric. I mean, Jesus Christ. And they sent me 2 meters instead of 2.5. Yeah, I mean, the pressure of having to be online and some of these stream for God knows how many hours, that's can't be easy. Right, can I do this correctly now? This needs to go like this, right? You go here. Yes, you do. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I haven't needed moderators on my channel. Because even when I have had I've had 100 plus 100 plus people's raids on my channel. But I have no need for moderators. The chat is reasonably moderated, as in I ban all the freaking spammers with the fucking buy more viewers here, because I only do that to people that I don't have a lot of viewers like myself at the moment. I get more sometimes. But so far I haven't needed it. Although I have been saying I should do some more shorts, YouTube shorts. So I'm just looking at the time. I want to finish this. Alright. Let's make sure I don't do the same fuck up again. That one goes there, and this one goes that way around. Luckily it wasn't, you know, fully glued on yet, because then I would have had to cut it off. I guess I didn't wait long enough. That was a good one. Right, so this way around. So yeah. It's just one of those things. I mean, would I love to do this? Would I get further? Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't think I'll ever get to Twitch partner, because for that you have to have like 75 average viewers of 75, something like that. And it's like, that's not gonna happen. I know a couple of makers and crafters that made it. Like Jelly, Crafty Jellyfish. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Jelly's been on the front page a few times as well, but she does a lot of charity streaming. So I am considering doing some charity streaming next month, because of course next month is Pride Month. And usually I try to do some charity streaming. I do some charity streaming in August, on my birthday month. So yeah, I need to think of a charity to stream for next month, because it's Pride, and you know, hey, another Leo. Because you know I may join Booptober again. Ah, you're late. Okay. Yeah, you're at the end. I'm in the middle. I'm on the 18th. I may join Booptober again. I didn't do last year because I had a lot of stuff going on in October. But in October I'm also going to be away for most of the month, so it might not be. I'm going to the Netherlands in the first weekend of October. I'm going to an event there, and then I want to visit family, because I haven't seen my aunt since my mum passed away 2 years ago, so it'd be time to go and see them. So I have a quick wander around the Netherlands, because I don't go back to the Netherlands often. So it'd be worth having a go and have a look again, and visiting the family and say hi. And I may go to the archives, and because I've been working on a family tree, I've gone all the way back to the 1600s. So yeah, so like I said, I mean, I'm not going to be around till I'm not going to be back till the dates. July, August, September, October. Yeah, I'm not going to be back till probably around the 12th. So I'm not sure if it's worth doing the others, but I might do it. So Booptober, as the word says it, Booptober, it's charity. They're raising money for breast cancer research. And as someone who herself in 2 years ago had to get, well, because I was reaching a certain age, get a mammogram, and then was told to have to go and get a ultrasound because they found something, and then on the ultrasound was confirmed there was something, and then having to have a biopsy to go and check it out. Luckily it's benign, so wasn't anything like that, but sadly enough my mom passed away of leukemia, for cancer, in 2023. So for me, I have to, my aunt had breast cancer and survived it, so yeah, I do think I should do something for Booptober. It's just like I won't be able to join because I'm going to be away for at least the first week of October, first 2 weeks of October. But yeah, that's scary because now every year I have to have checkups, make sure that it's not growing or changing or anything like that. So, so yeah, it might be one of those things to do. I think my viewership is mostly male. So it's going to be an interesting one. I might just do a raise and force Hebe to wear pink because I absolutely hate pink. So if I raise enough on it, I'll be wearing pink one stream. Or like add more pink. I have to buy more pink stuff. I think I've got one pink shirt because of somebody buying it for me. So yeah. I might do something like that. But I really consider, since I normally in August, in my birthday month, I would raise money for a LGBTQIA plus charity here in Poland. But I might have to see if there's any charities that are more like worldwide or more for Pride Month to raise money for trans charities, because like something like mermaids, because trans people are under attack at the moment and I think it's ridiculous. So I think that for June I might find myself a trans charity to support. So right. But yeah, I might join Booptober in the second half and do that. So right, this is going to be, do it the right way around. Yes. But yeah, that was a big scare. Because it took a while for me to get the results from my mammogram as well. And then when they do the ultrasound, they're like, and then, you know, they go back to one place and you're like, okay. And biopsies hurt. Fucking hell. Could you not use a smaller needle? So yeah. Right. So that is on. So you go there. It's very wobbly though. I really hate it. So yeah, I might have to sign up and say, hey, I can't join until halfway through October, but yeah. Ta-da! And now we need to put this on there. Oh, just looking at the time as well. God damn it. Why? God, that was a terrible line. Jesus Christ, what the fuck am I doing there? I guess. I know whereabouts it goes, so... Right. Well, there's an ad in 10 seconds, so you might get an ad. Just a warning. I'll just be gluing and waiting, so... Okay. God damn it. It's going to be glued on the plastic pipe, so from that it won't move. But yeah, one of the things I've noticed is that it's still flexible. Like this part is still flexible. So I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do about that. I mean... Good piece of warbler. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I expected that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a piece of warbler. Just like that. Like a bracket. Now, I'm not sure if warbler will just heat up. It will glue to the foam, or if it only glues to itself. So I might have to glue it on. But as long as I just literally make it just a U bracket, then nobody would notice. Because I don't know. Yeah, we had the same problem with this one. Though it's shorter, so that's probably why it didn't have that much of a problem. We haven't gone to the balls. Ugh. Cool. Yeah. I just want to keep it light, so I would have to check something. I mean, but yeah, even like something like this. No, that's also still bendable. Then again, would that help? No, that would still bend. But yeah, something that... I'm just going to put the glue away because I'm looking at the time. So the alarm will go off in a minute and the cat will go like, "Oi, the alarm's going off. Where's my dinner?" There we go. Talking about the alarm, I can hear it now. So I haven't even done the freaking skull. Like, I've been drawing it out now so that I can put it on there. So yeah. Oh, my chair squeaks. That's nice. Get the WD-40 out. Let's clean up a little bit, because you know I have to clean up this desk anyway. So because of course on Wednesday I'll be streaming my artillery witch. You can go in here. Wires. Oh, yeah, I did show you the wires. Anyway, you go in there. But yeah, then, I mean, this is going to go on. Yeah, I can't until I can glue this in, I need to do the wiring first. So, God, I hate waiting. Right, while we're waiting, actually, we could, besides cleaning up, that's a little bit better. Ah. Let's grab this. Here's a round. While we have a quick look, while this is drying, might as well have a quick look if anybody's cosplay streaming. No, because I think everybody's at some sort of con at the moment. That's German, yes, cosplay, but German, so that's a bit. And otherwise, I'm just gonna cancel. Don't stop the stream. Unless any of you follow someone that's, you know, Warhammer related, maybe Trench Crusade related, cosplay related, as long as it's not 3D printing, because, you know. And in English, that would help. Yeah, interesting. Tailoring, but in Polish and in English. Doesn't look like I see anything. Yep, I don't see anything. It's always hard. Just the time that I finish, it seems to be really, really hard. So let's put these two together because I think they dried enough now. Make sure I do it the right way around. Yes. Yeah, either a strip of warbler, but that might have to glue that because yeah, it's flexible, isn't it? Might have to just glue in a small bracket, but have the corners with it. But that, if we can put this on. This goes there. I mean, I think the pole holds it rigid. So if we... Good. Oh, I'm glad I don't have to do this all the time, but... There we go, I can hear it click. So... Here we go. Let me cheat for a second. So I'm not going to glue this on yet. So I do think, although it still will wobble, but... Oh, hang on. There is one handle. Hold it in my other hand, that would help. And don't forget, I'm going to be wearing a glove. And the two magnets immediately snapped in place, so the front looks like snapped in place. But also this handle's going to be bigger because I'm going to be using this thinner foam to make strips and make it look like it's leather wrapped. And then of course it's going to be, it needs to be smaller than that, but yeah. So this won't, I mean, this has some flexibility still, but not a lot. You can see now. Because it's attached to the bowl. But yeah, that's... Ha! I can't believe that. It's, you know, we're getting there. All the time I've spent on getting this to this spot. That's even with the little eyes on top. So yeah. I love it when a chainsaw comes together. But yeah, I do think... Have I got the handle part on here? No, I don't. Oh, have I got the chainsaw on here? Here you go. If I can figure out which way to hold the here we go, that way around. Because it's mirrored. Yeah, I see. This way around. There's a couple of things we still need to do, but we have a button to put. Is it there? No, it's there. Ooh. There's a button going there. But yeah, I'm happy with that. So, next week, hopefully I've got all the wire stuff with me. We can do this, make that bolt, make the, well, you can't see that in that light, the little skull thing. And then wiring. The wires for the buttons and the wrapping with the buttons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make strips and then just use a wrapping, and then where the button's going to sit, it's going to be cut out, and then on the top there's going to be a tiny cutout for the button to be in. So I'll have to do, press it. But yeah, it feels like forever I've been doing this, but we're getting there. You go in there. Right, I've decided not to raid anybody because there's nobody I can find to raid. Unless there's someone, I don't know, let me check that quickly. If there's anybody doing search. Have a quick look. And is anybody painting a Sisters of Battle? No. Nope, we're gonna just... Yeah, not everybody wants to be on screen. I get that. I get that. Anyways, everybody, I need to get off because I need to feed my cat and get ready. I will be back Wednesday, 7 o'clock Central European time. So about this time, for anybody from outside of Europe, this is the time I'll be starting to stream. So not 8 a.m. And on the Wednesday, I'll be doing my Artillery Witch. So have a good weekend, rest of the weekend, and as always, stay safe. And I will see you all on Wednesday or next week, whichever you can do.